And we continue. This is part 2 of Matters of the Heart. We're talking love with the love doctor in the house. Counselor Bakkie McCree. Ons het gevra die vraagie voor die break. What is the definition of pure love? We now move on to what if you don't love the person? Dis wat jy gevra het, nie?
No, I think somebody was lingering to the whole thing of if you get to a point where you realize you don't love the person, or what your perception was of in love.
Or maybe you're now out of love, right?
And so if you have a misconception of in love, you will also then have a misconception of what's out of love. Because in the first place, you didn't really have the true foundation of love. So this is the problem. So it's very important that you have a true understanding of love. But in order to do that, once again, this is why Saturday's workshop is so healthy, because it's who am I. If you know yourself, if you love yourself, if you know how to love yourself, it becomes easier to love other people. And therefore the old cliche, you cannot make somebody happy unless the person's happy within himself already. So it's the very same principle. How do you project love if you do not know what love is for yourself?
Gepraat van Saterdag, asseblief, those in attendance, bring your book, bring your papier. You're going to want to make notes, you're going to want to jot it down. And also, I'll basically be walking around with a little box where you're going to pop in your question. We keep it broad. Enige vraag is welkom. So nobody will know who the question is coming from. Alright? And the idea, the bottom line is, you want to upskill. You want to educate yourself in order to become a better you, a better person. Again, soos Bakkie genoem het, if you know yourself, you're able to love, you're able to connect on a deeper level.
And you also know what you love. So sometimes when you don't know yourself, you don't know what is toxic. You don't know really what is what you actually need or what's good for you. If you, even if we use a mundane example, how do you know you're truly attracted to liking ice cream, for instance? If you don't truly understand yourself. So it's in that context, man, that I, feel. If you do not make effort to know yourself, understand yourself, and all of those things, then I think it is very important that people spend a lot of time, more time and more energy, Adiela, to really focus on themselves, introspect, look at yourself, evaluate your situation.
Gepraat van introspect, Bakkie, we find that people don't really do that, Dis so ontsettend belangrik.
What's funny, in my support groups and my counseling, I find that one of the most rarest things that people even talk about, the concept of introspection. It's very weird. It's like people can't even do an introspective analogy of their day. So for instance, I'll give you an example. If by this evening before you go to bed and you do just a little, let's say, roundabout of feedback on how your day was,
I do it all the time.
That kind of thing. What you could have done differently. Should I have spoken to my my son or daughter like that? Should I have shouted? Should I have this? Should I have gone? This time or that time? And so people are not aware. People are not aware that they don't make the effort.
Okay, my producer's doing that. Let's quickly move in on the questions that came through.
Okay, how does one, Harun Ganchi says, how does one operationalize effective dialects in the void of authentic amorous inclination?
Just repeat that again.
Slowly. How does one operationalize effective dialects in the void of authentic amorous inclination?
So is it lingering more towards the context of authenticity? So the thing is, that's another, if I understand it correctly, I could be wrong, but if I understand it correctly, and it's something I'm really writing about at the moment, and that is the whole question of authenticity. So what we don't understand is that a lot of couples within the context of their relationship find it very difficult to be themselves, to be authentic. And so you're also part of love language, or the dilemma of incorrect love language is that you have to play a role or to play a part that you assume the other person needs in order for that love relationship or relationship to stay. So you will lose your authenticity.
And I love the question.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Next question. Bianca B. At what juncture does self-reflection devolve into paralytic rumination?
Yeah. So what happens is
Love the interesting question.
It's not just interesting. It's quite complicated as well.
It's a complex question.
Yeah. It's academic ones. Man. We've got some smart,
love it, darling. Keep it
people,
rolling.
yeah. No. At the end of the day, self-reflection, and this is the problem. If your love language is affirmation, and which means you require affirmations, positive affirmations as part of your love language. If you do self-reflection, it's an example, and your self-reflection of what's happening to you is subjective, it means it's not correct. So this is the test we would do in psychology, and it's one of the most difficult tests to do, because most people don't react to it well. So you can, Adiela, you can, for instance, just to give a mundane example or on a layman's terms, if you do a self-reflection, or let's say an analogy of yourself, Adiela would, for instance, say, I'm funny, I'm easygoing, I'm amusing,
spontaneous, very spontaneous.
And she would do the whole list. And remember that self-reflection, and it's also her own analogy of herself. Then suddenly the audience who know her would
say, oh, she's
let's say,
snob,
let's say we do it anonymously without you know who the people are, and they would say, you are withdrawn, this, that, and suddenly it shocks you, because that's how others view you,
perception.
But this is how you view yourself.
Yeah.
And so sometimes our self-perception of how we see ourselves is not really how society or your family sees
Okay, producers are doing that again. Let's quickly roll.
I want to stop you just there, because that's the perfect time to stop you. So Bianca B. again, based on the answer you provided, is one's perceived identity a construct of internal veracity or external validation?
It depends what, just to let Bianca know, it depends on what is your required validation. So here's the thing, if it requires external validation to make you feel a certain way versus your self-perception in terms of what you do. So I can feel that I'm quite an amazing guy, I'm confident, I'm amazing, or let's say I feel like I'm X, Y, and Z, but my family or society or external, let's say, perception of
I know
me
we are running out
is
of
a
time,
certain
but
way.
this is
But
so interesting.
yeah.
I cannot end right now. Sarah's saying, you've got to end. No, I cannot end right now. This is getting hot and interesting. I want to say to Bianca, look, I've never met her, but judging from the question, she's obviously very intelligent, and I would think it's more internal. But let's move on.
Bianca, again, then she says the real question is, to what extent is self-awareness merely an elaborate cognitive mirage?
Oh.
If you mean a cognitive mirage, it's still got to do with your thinking. It is your thought. It is what you think of yourself.
Yeah.
So
I
ultimately
agree.
it goes two ways.
Agree.
It is what you think of yourself, which could be positive.
And also, Baki, doesn't matter the external validation. Maak dit regtig saak vir you.
But let's stick to what she's saying. Because it's very important that people understand it. Otherwise, she's gonna feel we didn't really deal with it. And the thing is,
I'm just judging from the type of person that I think she is. You know?
People go two ways. There's your own intrinsic or let's say cognitive perception of yourself or what you think of yourself. It's the same like sport. I have a sports background, and with athletes, the thing is, if the person thinks they're awesome or they're amazing, the point is, who am I to tell? And this is where the two clash versus reality. The reality is, you might not be good enough to be in the first team, but the person thinks they are good enough to be in the first team, or they're amazing, or they're equipped, or whatever. From a sport point, I'm using a sport analogy. And so we do this in our personal life. If you feel you're amazing, if you're stunning, or you're amazing. This is what we teach each other in terms of affirmations, positive affirmation. But sometimes there's a conflict between positive affirmation or positive cognitive thinking versus reality. or what
being
others
delusional.
perceive it to be. So which of the two do you run with?
Yeah, I do. Before we move on to the next comment, I know it's rolling in right now and I love it. I love the question
Yeah,
tonight.
going to catch you.
So, Bianca, I want to say to you, absolutely love your questions. Very interesting. I would love for you, honey, to attend the workshop on Saturday. I'm going to give you 2 tickets to the workshop. Connect with me after the show. 081 789 1094. You need to confirm tonight. Reminder everybody, you've got to bring your pen, bring your book. Salama reminded me at least 10 times today to announce this. And the venue, it will be held in Park Road in Wynberg, Saturday the 12th of July at 2:30. We've got 15, well now we've got 13 more tickets up for grabs. Cost of the ticket is 120 Rand. Many thanks to my clients. Most of them has donated those tickets. So in total, we gave away 37. So we've got 13 more. I want to say to you, is it Beyonce or Bianca? Bianca. I want to say to you, Bianca, Beyonce. I want to say to you, Bianca, I think you're a very strong, resilient, very intelligent woman, judging from your questions. And honey, personally, I do not think external validation is going to matter to you. We do not allow others to define us because it will confine us. So, see you on Saturday. Let's quickly move on. Final comments. Yep.
Okay, so final 2 comments. One from Harun Ganchi and then another from Bianca
Hey,
to end
Harun.
off. So Harun says, does ruminating thoughts generally compromise the ability to invigorate your sexual appeal?
Yes. What do you think?
It's what you think of yourself really is going to be expressed in your energy.
Yeah,
And what
totally.
people don't understand about sexual energy and sexuality and attraction, and it's not just about the law of attraction, is that you cannot appear attractive if your thoughts about yourself is negative.
Yeah.
So the thing is, if you want to exude awesomeness, confidence, all
Sarah,
of
we
that,
cannot
so
end right
so
now.
it's
This
obvious-
is too hot and
it's
interesting.
all interlinked.
Yeah.
So this is why some men and women don't appear attractive, or they find partners
because they don't feel
because of
good
the-
about
you know,
themselves.
it's
They're not
also the-
exuding that.
Yeah,
you
the
know,
energy
so
that you give off and attached to
not
what he was
positive.
saying.
Yeah.
It's expressed.
Harun, Bianca, keep it rolling, sweetheart. We
Yeah.
were going to end the show, but this is way too interesting. So,
Okay.
There's a competition between Bianca and this guy
Harun.
as to who's gonna ask the most intellectual question.
But I love it. I love it. Okay, let's, Ishmael.
Okay, so Bianca has a very direct question for some clarity. Is introspection clarity or refined solipsism?
I love this woman.
All the way from Joburg.
Are they from Johannesburg?
Bianca, yes, she's all the way from Joburg.
Oh, that's such a
Introspection.
pity, honey. I would have loved to have
Introspection.
you here.
The introspection can never be entirely objective, because it's your own perception of what you've introspected. It's what you have thought. So even if you introspect what your day was like or what you've done, there's a whole big
All
portion
about
of
you.
there's a whole huge portion of it that's subjective.
Yes.
It cannot be objective. It cannot be truth. It cannot be entirely correct. It's only your version of how you saw it. So even with introspection, the whole idea is that it is for you to reflect, to look at it, to review it, and then, but you cannot make it fact.
Yeah.
And in many ways, it's for you to then not synergy, but to analyze whether it has been helpful or what you can improve on or do X, Y, and Z. But the beauty of introspection is that it is healthy for you to do an analysis of your behavior, how you see things, what you do. So it's so healthy for us to do. Some people do meditation. It's very important. I don't know.
Bianca, Harun,
If I
guys.
don't answer properly, please forgive me, Bianca. You can always write there, Barky, you fired. I'm okay with that. I can't wait to be fired. And I don't have to come here.
I totally love the questions tonight. Ishmael, Sarah, any other questions?
No, just Bianca saying thank you, clever people. I love you.
We love you too,
I think
darling.
I think Bianca, you made us extra clever this evening. Because normally, I've never seen Bianca. Honestly, I've never seen Adiela sweat so much with some of the questions.
Loved it, darling. And we're hoping to have you back, both Bianca and Haroon, the entire crew. We're hoping to have you guys back Thursday night, same time, same place, same Mad Max. It's been interesting. It's been thought-provoking. It's been different.
Educational.
Very educational. All right,
I
guys
think
and
after
dolls.
tonight's show, Adiela's gonna start chowing on that dictionary. You can't. You must be prepared, sister.
Prepared, we always prepared. Alright, Bianca, honey, such a pity out in Johannesburg. I would have loved to have connected with you. Haroon, it's been awesome. And to the rest of the crew, yeah. Ooh, I'm choking on it.
See you Thursday.
Thursday night. Ciao, ciao. And remember the number one final time, 081 789 1094. It's a date, Saturday, 12th of July, Park Road, Wynberg. Oh, Barky McCree. He's a great counsellor, Bianca. Haroon, believe it or not, he's a fantastic counsellor. So if you want to book a seat with McCree, a private session, 082 346 5974. That's 082 346 5974. Bye bye.